Okay, welcome everyone. So today we are here for the Margazhi in Singapore event, Kolam workshop. And together with me, I have Uma Jayaraman. Actually, I knew her because of, as a Facebook friend, I used to admire her columns very interestingly. And because of that, I thought, why not we have a Kolam workshop today, right, to share some of the traditional columns that are done. So without much ado, I'll hand over to Uma.
Thank you, Ramkumar. And I think it's a total pleasure to be with all of you this evening. So welcome to the workshop. I wish I could see some of you. I know some of you have joined interactively and some others are on YouTube. So welcome to all. Just wanted to say a couple of things about Kolam. We do what is Kolam and where do you make it and things like that very briefly. So very often, I think we feel kolama, I can't make and all that. So kolam is just simple patterns, right? They are patterns that we make with rice flour, yeah. And it's done both in a dry, with a dry powder, the flour, and it's also done with the wet flour. So we will try to do both in the workshop today, depending on how we progress, yeah. The other thing, of course, there are lots of other ways in which you can make kolam. You can make with flowers, you can make with color powder, and so many things, yeah? Okay, and the next question is, where do we make kolam? So we make it at the entrance of the house, and we also make it at the prayer altar. It'll be very interesting for you to know that at the entrance, we make certain kinds of kolam, and at the prayer altar, we have some special kolam. So we will try to do both this evening. When do we make? So these days we make on occasions, festivals, but normally you can make kolam every day. Every day in the morning, you can actually just draw patterns in the at the entrance of your house, and you can also draw in the prayer altar. So after today, hopefully many of you will want to do it, yeah? On what occasions we make festivals, marriages, so many things, Vitla Puja, right? All of this we do make kolam. Okay, so I'm going to see you, some of you at least, quite soon, yeah? And we could actually begin by saying, any one of you can show yourself on the camera and you can unmute yourself and you can share briefly about what do you do with kolam? Do you draw? Are you a beginner? Or do you already draw patterns? So anyone can unmute and speak now.
So those who have got camera facing towards the surface, I'm going to share that into the screen. And for those who are joining via the YouTube live, you can just watch us. And if you want to share your kolam, have a camera which is facing towards your surface, and you can come into the studio and I will share your kolam on the screen. Okay. Over to Uma. Just one note is that our participants cannot be talking.
Okay.
So that.
Okay.
But we can share their columns onto the screen.
Sure. Okay, we can do that. So actually, I wanted to make it a bit interactive, and I wanted to. So everyone, whoever has the camera, yes, excellent, facing the floor. That's it. So I want you all to start by just drawing dots. Yeah. I just want you to start. So how do we really make kolam? So we are going to start with the dry powder first today, and then we will go with the kolam. So for dry powder, what I want you to show me now is how do we just draw dots. So for that, how do we really hold the marble, the flour in our hand? Yeah. So here I have the thumb and the index finger, right? Thumb and index finger. And the way we hold it is just before your finger bends, right? Before your finger bends, maybe I'll show you here, it'll be better. So I'm just going to pick it up like this and hold. And then when we draw, we just move the thumb on the index finger. That is how the flower will drop. Yeah? So I'm just going to show you here now. I'm just drawing dots only, and I would want you to draw dots as well. I'm just doing 3 dots here. So everyone, please do it. So you notice, yeah, your thumb will slide on your index finger. Okay, so let's you do that. I can see 2 or 3 screens here. Netra, I think we are looking at your ceiling. So maybe we can see your floor so we know what you're doing, please, Netra. Sahana, yes, you can get started. You're all ready. And Gayatri, I just want you to draw some dots just about it. Yeah. So I'm drawing 3 dots and then I've drawn 2 and I've drawn 1. Similarly, I'm just going to draw 2 dots here and draw 1. So let's see you all do it. Excellent. I can already see some people at it. Sahana is all set. Okay, Gayatri, can I see you draw? Yes. Netra, wonderful. So Netra, when you hold it, right, just try to hold it the way I do. Can you see my fingers here? Yeah, the thumb is on top of the index. So rather than hold it like this, it won't fall. Hold it like that. The thumb facing the floor, yeah, and your index finger is curled. Okay, so if you've done that now, I would like you to connect the dots you made, yeah? So connect the 3 dots that you made. Let's see if you can, if the flower falls well. Excellent. Yeah, Sahana, that's a good job there. So connect the dots like that, the 3 dots first. Okay, great. Now you go, turn your hand in this way, and can you see the 3 dots going like that? Connect that. Yeah, and then can you see the other diagonal 3 dots connecting here? Please connect that. Very good. Okay. All right. And then now we are just going to make some diamond shapes. Yeah. Just by connecting the remaining dots. So we're going to just go down to the 1 dot that you have and connect. Yeah. The 1 dot that you have below, connect. And then 1 dot up that you have, connect. Okay, I see some dot. So Netra, just turn your finger a bit. You will get a perfect dot there. Just turn your finger. And then we just connect the remaining here. Do you see? I can see that some of you are able to just draw straight lines there. I see 2 or 3 here. Okay, that's very well done. Okay, great. Then I'm just going to join the remaining ones here. Do you see that? So what I have here is a very basic design that we make just by connecting 3, 2, and 1 dots. That's about it. So this is a beginning. Yeah. So this is just to see whether your flower is working well and it flows smoothly and the basic design. Okay. I can see Sahana making good progress. That's great. Okay. So now I just want to introduce 1 or 2 basic designs. Yeah. Sana, can turn your hand upside down like that. Then it falls better upside down. Yeah. Just excellent. Yeah, that's the way. Yeah. And then it falls. Netra, you too. Can you just turn it the other way? Now the same design, absolutely the same design. Just hold on to this. And I want to show you how you can change the shape. The other way. So Netra, the thing will go outside. Yeah. The same one, I'm going to now show you how to just change the shape, keeping this. So you can just stop what you're doing right there. And I want you to continue with this. Now, here in this, right, instead of just drawing a straight diamond like this, you can draw a curve. Right? So that takes the shape of a leaf or a flower. So what I did here, I just let that remain and I drew a leaf shape thing. Now, do you see if I remove this, are you able to see it is like a leaf or a petal, whichever. Are you able to see this one? Yeah, just try that. Okay. So are you able to change all this now into petals just by drawing a curve here? Do you see? Okay. Let's move on to do a few other things. Yeah. So now this has taken another shape, if you notice. So this has become like a petal or leaf or whatever you may want to call it. Okay, great. Now let's do the second one. I'm just going to draw it near that. Okay. Now this is going to be a overlapping design. Yeah. So for which I want you to draw. Shall we move to the next one? Okay, very good. Sahana, good job. Gayatri, good job. It's a different design, but it looks very nice. Netra, I don't see you yet. Probably your camera is off. Okay, let's do the other design now. It is an overlapping, yeah, overlapping design. Quite easy. So I want you to draw, yeah, 3 dots first. Yeah, do you see the 3 dots? Okay, and then you draw 2 dots, but the thing is now it's going to be in between. Do you see in between? Okay, you draw like that. And then I'm going to draw 3 again. Are you with me? And then I'm going to draw 2 again. Okay, and we complete this on the top by drawing 2 again. Okay, do we have it there? I mean, these 2 in the middle are. Okay, so now what we do is we join the 3 lines on the top. Okay, the 3 lines on the top, and then we join the 3 lines here at the bottom. Okay, great. And then let's join the 2 dots here and the 2 dots here. Okay, great. Now this is only a guiding dot for you here. So now you're going to join the small line on the top, okay, with the big line below. Not the one immediately after, but here below. So start here, go through this dot and connect. Similarly, start here, go through this dot and connect. Okay, great. Similarly, now the big line here and the small line here, crisscross. Okay, so we connect like this and then we connect like this. Yeah, and traditionally we'll always have a dot in the middle and then we will circle it. And this completes the column. Yeah, this one can be also done in double line, but we won't do it now. You can experiment with it. Okay, now I'm going to show you a slightly, now that you've got used to the flow of the flower and you're warmed up, let's do a bigger design, okay? And this column actually has a name. You can make it at the entrance. Yeah, you can also make it at the prayer altar, right, in your puja altar. So this is going to be slightly larger now that you all have got used to it. Okay, so let's do the next one.
Netra, your camera for the one showing the surface is not on. So if you'd like to showcase your work, please make sure you turn on your camera on the phone that is showcasing your work. Thank you.
Okay. Let's now get to a slightly bigger one. So again, with dots. Yeah. So this is going to be, we will start with 5 dots. Okay. So let's start here. So just going to start with 5 dots. The dots, just see to it that it's in a straight line and equal in distance from one another. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that's 5. Then we go down 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Now I can't remember, I said Margazhi or Bilvadalam. So let's do the Vilvam, okay? So for Vilvam, you must start with 5 and you must end in 1. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So it's kind of the shape of an inverted triangle, right? The same number of dots, same pattern on the top as well, yeah? So 4, 3, 2, and 1. So if you notice, the pattern is 5 in the center, 4, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. So what we are going to make now is a very traditional kolam called the Bilvadalam. Yeah. And let's start making it. Is everyone ready with the dots? I can see. Okay, Netra, I can see you now. Good. Okay. So some of you are ready. Some of you getting there. On the other side, 4, 3, 2, 1, Sahana. Okay. Now we're going to start with the bottom, right? We'll start the dots which are closest to you. We'll start there. Yeah. So you leave 1 and 2, you leave, and you come to the third row, which has 3 dots, and you connect it. Okay. Now you connect it like this. You can either draw 1 line or you can do 2 lines also. Yeah. So you connect the 3 dots first, and then we make a diamond here by connecting the dots below. So what I did was, below this particular line, I just connected all the dots like that. Yes, do you have it? Excellent. Okay. Now we're going to be connecting, we'll move upwards like that. So go to the corner, the rightmost corner, and connect the dot here. Now we're going to get diamonds and rectangles throughout. You would notice that kolam is largely about geometrical designs. You know, you have triangles, you have circles, right? You have squares. We make patterns with that. So whatever we see in everyday life. And kolam, some of you might be maths lovers, is also a lot about calculation. So, okay, so you're all there now. Let's connect. Okay, and the same thing with the other side. Connect the dots. Yeah, so do you all have till here? So there's 1 diamond here, and there are 2 parallelograms actually. So they're 2 inverted, but they're also actually diamond shaped. Okay, let's go on. Now we go further up and we extend this line. Right? And then we come to this side, we extend the line. So you have a V there, right? And then we go up, connect the dot. So you have 1 more diamond shape up there. Similarly, on the other side, extend the line and connect the dots which are closest to it. Okay. Okay, let's move on. This iPhone is going to... Sorry about vanishing. My iPod keeps dropping, so I'm just going to leave it there. Yeah. Okay, let's move on. Now there are in this row, can you see there are two free dots here, just connected to the diamond on the right and the left. Yeah? Okay. Oh, we got it there. And now you just have to, we're already in the row which has three dots. Is everybody there with me? Yes, that looks good. Okay, now we are just going to go to the three dot row and move up and connect. So it is an inverted V we have here. We have an inverted V here. Now we repeat what we did on this side, connect the three dots. Connect the three dots here, yeah, and close the box as it were. So again, we have similar shapes here. Okay, now the only thing remaining in terms of dots is up here, and we just connect all the four dots to make the diamond up there. Okay, so now we are actually done with all the dots, but we don't leave it like this because it seems like it has no arms and legs, right? So we will always complete it. And how do we complete it? And watch this carefully because we're working without dots now, right? So come to this row. From the top, leave the diamond. Come to this row. Okay, and do you see this line? Just extend it. And when you extend, try to extend it exactly the same length as what you have on this side. Okay, now you have this line right here. Extend this. Okay. Now let's just draw a parallel line to this here and a parallel line to this here. Yeah, you got that? So let's come to the other side. We extend, keep the distance the same inside and outside, and we extend this. And we draw a parallel line to this and a parallel line to the line here. Good job, everyone. Okay, now we move to the bottom of the Vilvadaram. Yeah. Similarly, let's extend. Do you see this? Right below the dot, this line here, we extend that, remain the distance to remain the same. Yeah, extend this, and we draw a parallel line to this and parallel line to this. Yeah, go back to the same line here, extend, extend, parallel line, and a parallel line. Okay, so this way we've given the arms and the limbs everywhere, and now this looks complete. The one thing that remains to be done, so traditionally what we will do, we will just draw a circle here. Yeah, but let's do something more. Let's do something more. Let's draw some petals. So let's draw some petals here, close to one another. You can draw triangles if you want. You can draw semicircles if you want. Yeah, any design is good as long as it is symmetrical. So what I'm drawing here is some petals. Yeah, so here we have a complete Vilvadaram. Okay, roll almost there. Sahana, at the bottom one now, the three dots connected, make it a diamond. Gayatri is drawing the petal. I love it. Very nice. Okay. Okay, so let's do something else now. Also a kolam which is very, very, very popular. Yeah, and I want to show you this so that from tomorrow you can start drawing this, yeah, at the entrance. So do you remember what was the count for this? So you start with 5, then interlock 4, 3, 2, 1. Similarly, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so make a note of that because sometimes it's very confusing. All right, that looks really good. Okay, so I'm going to show you another very, very popular and very old design. This is called a marvelet. Yeah, so named after the mango leaf. Okay, so what we will do with the marvelet is we will try to add some designs to it. So now we have just drawn the typical pattern. So now we will try to add some designs to it. Okay, shall we get started? So for the marvelet, what we have is, similarly, we start with 5 dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5 dots. Okay, and then we draw interlock. Yeah, interlock means between the 2 dots. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, and then again interlocked. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we're doing 5, 4, and 3. So this is called marvelet, the mango leaf, very popular as well. I was just looking at why did people start making kolam. I came across a very interesting story, which is, so traditionally how people, before we all moved to the cities, right? So we lived in the villages, and in the villages there will be this huge space in front of your house, and normally it is all mud, right? We don't have concrete or cemented or floors. So what they would do then is they'll take water, sprinkle on the mud so that it settles. So when the mud is still wet, they will draw. So why did they draw? And it's a very interesting story. They drew because they attracted insects that would eat the rice flour. And they also put a lot of other things in it. Go and read up on it. The idea was these insects will come and feed, and in turn they will keep other insects away, right? Because they would eat those insects, and those insects were harmful to humans. So they would invite insects that would eat here, so they would always be there, and any other insect that would come this way, they would eat those insects, so humans will be safe. So this was a survival kind of thing. So why did they make kolam? It was also to protect themselves. So these days we all live in cities and buildings and so on. We make kolam, and why? The kolam means it's an auspicious thing. So when you have it in front of your house, when people come to your house, they feel very happy. So it's also for inviting people to your house in a happy mood. So it's also auspicious as well as it is a beautiful thing. Further, this is the month of Margazhi, right? So you're all onto my kolam now. Okay, I'll tell you more about month of Margazhi shortly. So you've done 5, 4, and 3. Very good. So let's complete it. 4 again, and then 3. So fully kolam, always remember, kolam with dots, always remember it will be a pattern. So whatever you do below must also correspondingly do above. So 5, 4, 3, and 5, 4, 3. Okay, so now we're going to start. We're going to start connecting the dots. And how do we do it? So marvelet, just watch. If we connect wrong dots, it will look something else, yeah? So leave the first row, which is 3. Come to the row which has 4 dots. So I have my finger there, and you could do your finger there as well so that you're clear. Now in this, you have to connect dot 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, yes, that's the way. Excellent. Okay, so you connected here. Now you're going to be connecting all of it. So now take the center dot. Yeah, excellent. Take the center dot and connect the 3, moving upwards diagonally. Okay, now take the center dot here, connect 3, moving up diagonally. Got here? Very good. Now come to the center of this and connect, draw a straight line connecting the 3 dots. Okay, now we are in the center. Let's connect, and we connect diagonally here. Very good. Okay, now we are left with just one. So center here, and we connect diagonally 3 dots. Okay, so do you all have the shape now? Yeah, yes, Gayatri, that's the one. Excellent. Okay, so now we're just going to complete this. So let's start with the bottom again. Yeah, so we're going to, so do you see this dot here? Where you started from? So we're just going to extend it, connecting, and just curve it a bit. Do you see this? So extend it, just curve it a bit. Got it? Okay, and then now we're going to connect it with this. So you made a leaf. This is the marmalade. Okay. Yeah, that's right. Welcome, Shivani. Nice to see you. Okay, then we're going to go here, extend, curve it a bit, and then link it. So see to it that you get the shape of a leaf. Yeah, got it? Okay, then we go up, go to the next one, go up and curve it and connect. Yeah, and then now we're on the straight line, draw a straight line, curve it, and connect. Yeah, and now we have similarly straight line, curve the line a bit, and then we connect. Yeah. Okay, and the last one here, connect, curve the thing a bit, and then connect. So this is like a leaves everywhere. So you have 5 here, 6 here, yeah, and these are, that's why the column is actually called Margazhi. The center, as usual, like tradition, we will draw a circle around the dot. Okay, so this is what we normally do, right? Let's do something more, and I want you to be a bit creative with it. So we can extend this the way we want. So we're just going to get a bit more creative. So I'm just going to give you a few more minutes to complete. And I'm going to go over the column once more because I can see different people are in different levels. So what I'm going to help Gayatri do, because Gayatri has finished that, so I'm just going to give her a tip on how she can be creative, and we will get back to the column. I want to go through the pattern again. Yeah. So Gayatri, you can get a bit creative. Say I just want to extend it, and I'm going to draw another leaf up there. So you could do something else. You could just draw, let me try here, or you could just draw some semicircles inside, yeah, like that. So I'm going to let you do that. With the others, I'm just going to be rewinding a bit, telling you what I'm doing. So we started with 5 dots, right, in the center, 5 here, and then we connected all of them. And then we extend it. Okay. Okay, great. Now we can see a few more columns, I think. So you just complete it like that. You go, so it's extending, extending and completing. Okay, so all right, I can see Sahana. Sahana, that looks good actually. The double line looks very good. So I wonder if it's Sahana or Shraddha. Shraddha, if it's you, sorry, I called you Sahana. So Shraddha, you can extend it a bit more. Double line. Oh yeah, Shraddha, hi. Is that Sahana or Shraddha? Oh, I can't hear you. Okay, you can send me a message. All right. So sorry, repeat that.
I'm Sahana.
Oh, Sahana. Okay. Yes, Sahana. All right. So Sahana, that double line looked great. Actually, you can do that. So I'm going to follow Sahana and I'm going to draw a double line here. So that's another way to extend it. Yeah. So you could actually double the whole image and it looks very nice. So this is the way to get creative. Sometimes you can just extend the tip, right? So you can either draw just a circle here and then draw dots around it. Yeah, you can do that. Or you could just draw another shape here. I'm just showing you different ways to, I'm just going to draw something like a lotus, not completing it. So this is another way to extend. Of course, you can't use all patterns in the same. It's just the way of showing what you can do. So you can choose and pick and choose one. Yeah.
I'm getting reminded of this Marmalade or lunch.
Okay.
I'm getting really reminded of the old days,
yes.
Memories, nostalgic memories. Very interesting. Thank you.
Okay, so yeah, so it's nice to hear from everyone who have, we have comments on YouTube as well where people are watching and they're giving their comments. Thank you for that. And people are also reminded of what probably they have seen at home before and so on. Okay, coming back to, so now that you're doing this, I can see Sahana is adjusting a bit. Okay, Gayatri, that looks nice. Can I have a close-up of that? The tip is some kind of a design also that looks nice. Okay. Yes, I have Netra's this. So I think Netra, what you can do just to get, at present it is going a bit broad, right? So it's the way you hold. So when you hold it, just point your thumb down. Maybe you can just show your finger there so that I can see the F. So point your thumb down, and when you release it, it will be smooth like this. So when we hold it elsewhere and when we push, sometimes it can be very broad. Okay, so that's just a tip. Okay. As I was saying, so Margazhi Masam is very auspicious to people will draw elaborate columns outside their house, and there will be a competition. My mother used to tell me that she would wake up at 3:30 in the morning, and of course they lived in a colony kind of place, so where they had a lot of people. Her friends used to come out also 3:30 in the morning, and they used to compete, right? Compete in drawing columns. So who would draw a bigger and a better and a more complicated column? So they used to have a competition. Even now, I think there are Margazhi Masa column competition. So it's be very interesting if you all can read up a bit more on it. But the reason why we do this, Margazhi Masam is also the Bhakti Masam, the month that Andal is said to have fasted in order to attain Rangamandal, right? Krishna, she was devoted to Krishna and she fasted the whole month, and she was rewarded when she could become one with Rangamandal. So that's a story which is very popular. And we all then make kolam. We are inviting God into our house and we pray for health, wealth, and prosperity. Yeah? Okay. So with this, we've kind of done two columns. One we got a bit creative with. Don't get so creative that it all planned a few more, but we won't do all of it because I want to show you a bit of Markolam as well. What I'm going to show you now, you all may have heard of it. Yeah, it is called Hridaya Kamalam. Yeah, I hope you all have.
It went on.
Oh. Oh. Oops. Oh, it's not.
You start with the Hriday Kamalam. Let's get started.
Okay, so we are getting started. Everyone is ready here.
Talk about the Hriday Kamalam.
Sorry?
Talk about the Hriday Kamalam again.
Okay. Okay, so for anyone who missed what we were saying about Hriday Kamalam, right? So Hriday Kamalam is, it looks like a kamalam. So it's a flower, which is an auspicious flower dedicated to goddess Lakshmi. So we make it, in fact, we make it on Fridays. I have seen my mother make it from, I don't know, from the time I started remembering things actually. And something that I learned very late. I didn't make it for very long, but it's an extremely auspicious column. And if you can learn it and you can make it, it will be beautiful. Yeah. So it's a bit, I won't say complicated, it requires concentration. So let's draw the dots now, the auspicious Hriday Kamalam. So this will have, this again a dotted column, yeah, and it has 11 dots in one row. So let's start like that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Okay, so I've kind of covered the entire sheet of paper here. Okay, now let's find the center dot and circle it. Okay, so we found the center and circled it. What I've done here is I've drawn 11 dots. See to it that they are equidistant. Okay, 11 dots, and circle the center one, which will basically be the 6th one from either side. Okay, so once we have drawn that, we are going to draw 5 dots below the center dot. So equidistant again, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, and then we're going to draw 5 dots above, equidistant again. Okay, so once you're done with this, we're going to draw the diagonal dots as well. So see to it that your first dot is adjacent to the first dot here, so that your kamalam will not come nicely symmetrically. So we can draw all the dots here. So it when you draw the dots in the diagonal rows, it will seem like a circle at the center. Okay, now let's complete it. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. And the last one here, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so once you're done, you should have something like this. So what did I do? 11 in the center, straight line, right? Then you circle the 6th dot from the left and the right. So that's a center dot. Then we draw 5 dots down, 5 dots up. And then we draw diagonal right, diagonal right below. Then diagonal left below, diagonal left above. So you have 5 on all sides. Okay, so now there is a count the way we do it. So assume that this is row 1 on top. This is how we are going to start, and we'll go to the next row and then follow. So we're going to start from here. Everyone ready? Great. So let's start with the first dot here. So the count, remember in your mind, is 1. I'm going to write it here. 1, 3, 5, 2, and 4. This is the dot that we will connect. So 1, 3, 5, 2, 4. Okay. Let's start now. We're starting with the center top. So 1, connect the dot to 3, and then you connect to 5. Then you connect to 2. Okay, and then you connect to 4. So what did we do? We started with the one going to top like that. Yeah, this is the line. So 1, 3, 5, 2, and 4. So you should have a shape like this. So we're going to start the pattern again with the next same row we start, but the next row we connect to 1. 1, 3, 5, 2, and 4. Okay, so that is the second set. Okay, and then we start again from the next row. So 1, 3, 5, 2, and 4. Okay, so if you've got this much, we start again. 1, 3, 5, 2, and 4. Okay, so it's kind of half done. We're going to 1 again in the next row. In this, the only thing you have to remember is you have to go to the row correctly. Sometimes you may connect the same row also. Yeah. So 1, 3, 5, 2, and 4. Yeah. Okay, then come back. 1, 3, 5, 2, and 4. Okay, then go back again. 1, 3, 5, 2, and 4. And come back to 1, 3, 5, 2, and 4. Yeah. Okay, now this has ended here, so we have to join it to 1 in the first row. Yeah. So your Hridaya Kamalam will look like this. So sometimes, of course, you can adjust after you've drawn. Say, for example, this is a bit broad, so I can just make it a bit more proportion. Yeah. So something that you can do. So basically, it should come in a perfect pattern in a symmetry. Okay, so let's have a look at your work here. This is a bit complicated, right? So I will just repeat how you go. We start anywhere, right? Then 1, 3, 5, 2, 4. So the only thing you have to remember is you have to keep moving to the following row. Okay, shall we have a look at Shweta? What is that? There is just a piece of paper, I think. Are you drawing on that? Okay, yes, you are drawing on that. Okay, and Netra, do I see you here? Okay, all right. Yes, Sahana and Netra, we don't see your camera actually, so to see what progress you're making with your work. Okay, so far what we have actually done is we did some basic patterns, right? And then we did Vidvadanam, then we did the modeling, and now we've done the Hridaya Kamalam. Do learn this well, right? And if you can make it at your altar, prayer altar, every day or Tuesday, Friday, it will be great. I think you should try and do it. Yeah. Okay, so much with the dry flower pattern, right? What I want to show you all now, very briefly, we won't get too much into it, I just want you to experience how to draw the mark column. Okay, so I'm just going to change the.
I probably just draw on this. Just probably draw on that. Okay, so I'm just going to clear this space a bit for you.
You know, for
dry flower patterns, the floor should actually be a bit damp. It should be a bit wet so that it folds well. But for mark column, you must remember that the floor should be totally dry. So that's what you must remember. The floor should be totally dry for mark column. Then the other thing is, I hope you all have this with you. Did you all put your, did you all grind this paste and remember? Okay, so can I have a look at your preparation for the mark column? So don't wipe the floor with a wet cloth now. Let the floor be dry.
Yeah. So just going to do a simple pattern. So for this, what I've done is I have taken a cotton ball here. Yeah? Cotton roll is better. But if you're comfortable with cotton, with any rag, please, that's fine as well. So the way to hold this, so you just put the cotton ball in the, see this is how I've done in case you see it, yeah. And now the way to hold it is between the middle and the ring finger, yeah. And now for the column, the dry column, you don't touch the surface, right? But for this, you need to touch the surface. Yeah. So I'm just going to draw what we understand as the nelly, which means, so you just put the middle finger and the ring finger down, and then we just move while we press the cotton roll with your thumb. So this is the way it goes. You see it? Yes, that's the way. So Shivani, just dip it in the wet paste, right? And hold it between the ring finger and the middle finger like that. And the thumb should be on top. So if you see it here, the thumb should be on top and you will press. That's how it falls. You see the liquid falling down like that? Yeah. So the amount you press, the amount of the paste flows. So let's do it again. So you hold it like this and put your fingers on the surface. And then you start pressing with your thumb. So you notice one thing, so this is bright white, right? And this is not like that, which means my paste is a bit thin. So I can just mix it nicely so it becomes a bit thicker. So that's quite important. So I'm just going to show you the padi column in this. So I've drawn two here, leave a gap, and then draw similar patterns below. Yeah?
Ma'am, could you please repeat how to do it again?
Okay.
I'm not really sure and I'm having...
Which one you want me to repeat from the beginning, is it?
Yeah, please.
Sure. Okay, so the way to hold you want to know. So you have this paste, right? So you just dip your cotton red or cotton wool you have, and then hold it between like this, between the middle finger and the ring finger, like that. Okay, and the thumb on the top. Okay, and then when we make the design, you have to put your fingers on the surface and then press down with the thumb. And then you move your hand the way you want, the kind of design that you want to make. Is that clear? Okay.
Not really, I'm still having a bit of difficulty.
Okay, so I'm going to do it again.
So I've drawn two here and two here, and I'm just going to draw again. Hold in your compass, then press down with your thumb, and then you place your hand on the surface that you're drawing on, and then just move your hand in a zigzag manner. Zigzag manner like that. And then it comes to this pattern. Okay. Again, let's do.
So you can actually make it very, very sharp also. So you just move your hand a bit more. So you move your hand a bit more in a zigzag fashion, it will be sharper. Okay, so let's just draw this again. So this actually has completed a square with a gap in between. So we can do a few things. So traditionally we will just draw across like that. Also in the nearly the curly fashion. But now let's just draw Krishna's feet. Okay, remember for Gokulashtami we do this, right? We draw Krishna's feet. So let's do. So just use your ring finger only for this. Okay. So you just, this is the big toe. Okay, and then the smaller toes. Okay, and then you will just draw the shape of a face. So straight line, and then it just goes like that. Do you see it? So this is the Krishna Kali. So this is the right foot, right? Because you have the big toe here. So let's just draw the left foot as well, big toe. Use only your ring finger for this. Yeah, and then 4 smaller toes. And then draw a straight line, curve it a bit, open up, and there you have Krishna's feet. Does everyone see it? Okay. Okay, let's do a bit more with this, yeah? So there are a few ways to extend. This is the basic. So you can extend it a bit. Now it won't seem very clear because it's still very wet. When it dries, it looks way better. So let's extend this. Okay, so we're just going to draw a triangle. Similar. You have to hold it in your palm, between the middle and the ring finger, and press down with your thumb. Okay, so we're going to just draw the triangle. Again, move your hand. Can you see how my hand moves? So you can make a big one, or you can make a small one. So let's draw this on all 4 sides, yeah? So let's make a center here and then go to it. Okay, what do I see there? Okay, that's a great start. I'm just going to carry on doing the other side. Mark the center, and then the same pattern. Yeah, pressing down with the thumb. So if the paste doesn't flow, yeah, it means the paste is very thick. So you can just add a bit of water; it will flow better. Yeah. So normally what we do, so we will make the paste and not put water in everything. We'll separate it. We'll just take a bit of the thick paste and add water. So just in case the water goes a bit more, so you can add thick paste to it so you can get the right kind of consistency. So now mine is actually becoming a bit thick. So you notice that the flow isn't too good. So I'm just going to mix it some more. Get a center and so press down with the thumb. So that is your size here. So you can do anything here. So let's add a few designs to it on the sides, yeah. So we can just, this is called a suri traditionally. So it's just concentric circles like inside. And then you do another circle here. And do this with all 4 sides. See, when it goes dry, the paste goes very thick, it will not fall perfectly. So you can adjust it. So you can do that on the side. And then you're going to add a few more things. You could just draw a line. Just draw like that. Or you could also do the nearly inside. Yeah. If you're fond of it, you could do this as well. This also looks very pretty. Yeah. So let's do niddy on two sides and straight lines on two sides for some kind of symmetry. Yeah. Okay. Let's see your progress now. Nice. I like that. Okay, very good. So you notice that for some of you, it is not falling well enough, right? In some places it's thinner and some thicker. So you just keep stirring the paste so that you get a consistency. Yeah. Okay, this is just a basic design. There's way more you can do with this. You can work with the consistency a bit more. You can draw designs, draw just dots around. You know, the advantage of mark Kolam, whatever you do, it really comes out very pretty. You get the right symmetry, it looks very pretty. So do try this out as well. Just wanted to add that you can use the same mark, this paste, the mark Kolam paste, to draw regular columns. Right? You can draw your Hriday Kamalam, you can draw Mamalai, you can draw with Madalam, or just triangles, whatever. Remember we did some earlier, anything can be drawn with this. So you can go fully Kolam with this Margos. Okay, all right. So I think we all have kind of, yeah, this is what my hand looks like now and yours too. So these are all hands which have labored this evening, yeah. Oh, I like that, Sahana. That Krishna card looks beautiful. Gayatri, your card looks very beautiful too. Shivani's Kolam I can see, but only partially because I think the angle of the camera, yeah. Okay, nice. I think it's just time, so we got to stop here. Otherwise, there's plenty to learn. So we basically just started off with some traditional columns for all of you today. So hope you have learned and hope you've kind of memorized the count and everything. You can always go online and remind yourself of how to do it as well. Yeah. So it's been excellent working with you. I love your Kolam, Sahana. Looks beautiful. Gayatri, you've just move the camera. Okay, that's nice. And Shivani, good job. And the others I can't see. So those who are watching us, hope you got something from this as well. And I'm going to just hand over the stage to Ram Kumar.
Yeah, hey, thank you, Uma. This is really wonderful. Actually, while we do the poems every day at home, we sometimes take it for granted, right? Because when my wife does it, I just take it for granted. It's only now that we realize, okay, that actually the history behind, or rather the significance behind this, as well as, the different traditional designs that, we have seen from our parents and the grandparents. So it's all coming back and to see all those things and pass it to the next generation.
Yes.
It's really wonderful. Because those are the children who are going to take it to the further next generations going forward. So this was really nice. Thanks again, Uma, for this wonderful
Thank you for having me here.
workshop. And folks, whoever you are watching, thank you for joining and also sharing your work through your cameras also, not just only on the YouTube, but also showcasing your work so that we could actually see and give comments and make it more better. I mean, I know that it's a very short time because it got so exciting and then it started extending to different things. And then I'm sure with all your response and your interest, we are going to have some other time. And this Kolam also, especially for Margazhi, is so apt that because in Margazhi that we used to have huge columns back in India on the front of our house. So it's very very important that children know about the significance of this. So thanks again, Uma, for this.
Thank you.
And before we conclude, so I'm going to share a small token of our appreciation.
I thought you were sharing something.
No, that is, I mean, with everything on connections and e-workshop and things like that. So this is also going to be online. I'm going to, on Pino, I'm going to.
Wow, that's so sweet of you. Thank you.
Okay, and before we conclude the session today, so this is part of the Margazhi in Singapore set of events. We started on Friday with a workshop lecture time by Dr. S. Soumya, Sangeeta Kalamiti. And then we had a lot of events, concerts on 19th, that is on Saturday. Yesterday we had a few workshops, Carnatic vocal, we had a lyra workshop for dancers, and then today, starting from today onwards, we are having many events. Yesterday evening we had the Tirupavai quiz. So tomorrow there is a quiz, Bharatanatyam quiz, which is happening for children less than 15 years old. So you can actually join. So the same YouTube channel that you're watching right now, you can join there and you can use your Apple device to enter the game pin that will be shown on screen, and then subsequently you can answer the questions. So again, following that, we have on Wednesday we have a game show on dance, and then on Thursday again we have a quiz on music, and then on Friday we have a whole day set of events at the Aliwal Arts Center, which will be also streamed live on the YouTube channel. On Saturday, we have the extension of the workshop that was there yesterday, so the second session of the workshop. So all these events can be seen on the YouTube channel as well as on the Facebook channel for paid events. And details of this can be had on the Shama webpage, which is syama.org. Okay, thank you very much for joining and have a good night.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for the effort. Thank you.
Oh, I loved it. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you, Monty.
Bye bye.